Hi friends. I've met a lot of you over the years, helped some of you when you've needed it. But if we haven't had the pleasure yet, let me introduce myself. I'm Christopher Crowe, and I've lived the NYU life. I first came here when I was 18 years old, had a full head of hair to study in the Tisch School of the Arts. Then, after I graduated, like many of us, I got a job at NYU, and I've worked here in Bobst Library for most of my adult life. I've been a union member that whole time, even back before we were UCATS, when we were the United Staff Association. Now, I'll admit, for many years I wasn't particularly active, except for a time when I was the spokesman for our department when we were trying to get an upgrade. But then, some years ago, the university was treating one of my coworkers terribly, completely unfairly. And he went to the union to try to resolve the matter. I was a witness to a lot of what was going on, so I would feed information to the shop steward that he was working with. Eventually, that shop steward, for his own personal reasons, decided to stop being a shop steward, and he nominated me to take his place. Here's the thing, though. He never told me that he nominated me. So I got a call one day out of the blue asking if I accepted the nomination. And I'll admit I was a bit nervous to say yes, but I figured if I could maybe do a bit of good, it was my duty to do it. I signed up for a 2-year term, and that was about 15, almost 16 years ago, so I guess you could say it's worked out. I did a couple of terms as a steward, and for the last 10 or 12 years, I've been one of your vice presidents. We've had a lot of wins in these last 15, 16 years, bargained some really good contracts, pushed back on NYU when it's overstepped. And I've been in the middle of a lot of it, at the bargaining table, in the meeting room with the boss, on the street when necessary. So let me give you some of the things I've done. I've been on our last 3 contract bargaining committees, and each contract has gotten progressively better than the one before. I've been on our hiring committees when we've had to hire new professional organizers. I've been a member of the School-Related Professionals Advisory Committee for our state union, NYSUT, the New York State United Teachers. And it's been my special project to bring our issues to our state union because, well, let's face it, NYSUT is not entirely K-12 public school teachers, but it's mostly K-12 public school teachers. And we're none of those things. And if we don't put our issues forward, no one's going to. I also served for several years on the NYSUT Civil and Human Rights Committee, which is becoming more and more relevant every day, I think. I've been a delegate to various NYSUT representative assemblies where the business of the union is done. I've also been a delegate to our national union, the American Federation of Teachers. And I've addressed convention halls filled with thousands of delegates and put our issues forward and gotten NYSUT or the AFT to adopt policies in our favor. I'm also a delegate to the New York City Central Labor Council, which is a group of labor leaders from around the city. I helped found CLAWS, a coalition for labor action by workers and students here at NYU, which is a group of labor leaders on campus and students who are interested in labor justice to come together to give each other mutual aid and support. And let me tell you, some of our allies in CLAWS were very helpful to us during our contract negotiations in 2023. I've also written innumerable articles for our great magazine, Momentum, and I've represented members in disputes with the university, including that member who first got me started on all this. And let me say, we have a pretty good record of winning. So I've done the work. I'm not a noob. That's why I'm honored to have the endorsement of a whole bunch of our officers and stewards and rank and file members. I'll bring a lot of varied union experience to the presidency to fight for you, for all of us, every single day. So let's do this.